It is time for the question of the week. And with that, you got some people talking about D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey, Rollin Martin, and many others that sit around and act like they're for our nation and that they're black media and speak on the behalf of Aboriginal Negroes of America. And after this election, we see now that they're really not. Same thing with Brandon Johnson out there in Chicago and Eric Adams out there in New York and many others. We wondering why, when it comes to our plight as Aboriginal Negroes, why they not going to bat for us. Instead they're going to bat for the immigrants and everybody else but us. Same thing with the Black Caucus. They go to bat for everybody else but us. We are the only ones owed for crimes against humanity in this country, and that's the most important thing we need to close the wealth gap and to bring economic growth and resources to our community. But yet still, all of them are sort of taking it on a blind eye, not saying nothing, staying within the agendas of what the colonizers want them to be about and leading us astray from our real truth, and that is justice for all of us, where we all stand equally on one accord when it comes to this wrong that has been done to us, to right that wrong for not just us, but also for our ancestors that are sitting still watching us not make moves on the reality of what has been done to them, leading us into where we at today under the ghetto slums and hoods and mass incarceration based off Emancipation of Proclamation to mass incarceration. They're wondering when we're going to stand up and be about that justice that is owed to us, to push the narrative of getting justice for ourselves and our children and generations to come. Because at the end of the day, this is why we in the boat we in, because we've been denied justice, and in turn we sitting with a generational wealth gap that been created off the backs of our people, where the colonizers got generational wealth and we got generational poverty. And this is under a caste system today that keeps us in this position. And Rollin Martin and D.L. Hughley, Steve Harvey, you name it, all these folks know this stuff, but yet still none of them is speaking on this plight, on this behalf of our people to right this wrong. And we need this wrong right, turned over immediately. Mass incarceration is the base of lack of resources, the basis of lack of opportunity and benefits. Because when you lack in all those places, economic growth, no businesses of your own to be able to hire your own people, when you lacking in all those places, it breeds all sorts of chaos that you see today that is fueling our communities. And then you flood that lack of having with a degenerate behavior and a ratchet behavior of gangster rap music and destruction of gangster rap culture that has been feuded for the last 30 years to our community. You get a boiling pot of what we see today with all these youngsters running around doing what they're doing based off of them not having no real vision for the future coming from the communities of ghetto slums and hoods, because they don't see a brighter light based off of the environment that they're in. And that's all tied into not having any type of economic growth, no type of resources, no type of businesses in our community to actually hire them under our authority when it comes to us being Aboriginal Negroes of America and being our own nation. And a lot of people is calling for D.L. Hughley and Rollin Martin and Steve and many others to be canceled because they feel like they're leading us to a burning house, and they know it. And they know exactly what they're doing. The key is, do you know what they're doing? Because at the end of the day, I just don't get it. I just don't understand it. But it is the question of the week. You let me know. Peace, peace.